back to TQETI Live from Tech Queen Elite Training Institute. I'm one of your hosts, Grace Vasquez Rodriguez, and I'm here with
Miel Hurd Petra. I'm your co-host.
Yes, so today we have an inspiring, dynamic leader and advocate for small businesses here in Nevada. As the executive director of the Nevada Hispanic Business Group, she plays a pivotal role in bridging Hispanic and non-Hispanic business communities through education, mentorship, and strategic development. Her efforts focus on promoting inclusivity and providing resources to empower minority-owned enterprises. In addition to her work with NVHBG, she is the owner and president of Antunez Team Freedom, where she leads with passion and purpose. She also hosts the Spanish language radio show Latinas Triunfadoras on La Voz de Nevada, using her platform to uplift and inspire small business owners, particularly in the Latino community. We're so excited to bring someone in who's just as enthusiastic to light up the mic, just like us. Please give a round of applause to Dunia Antunez.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving your time today. We're so excited to have such an amazing guest here. We're going to start this. The whole point of this simulcast is to give entrepreneurs in the Vegas community a chance to tell their story. So we always like to start. Tell us a little bit about you, your background, as much as people who are seeing you and hearing you for the first time want to know.
Yes. My name, thank you for having me. I'm so honored to be here, and you guys are doing such amazing work here. And my name is Dunia Antunez. I've been in Vegas for 30 years. I used to live in Los Angeles, California, and I moved here, and I was an executive secretary for the food and beverage director at the Excalibur. And from there, I moved on to become a cocktail waitress for 20 years. After that, I was a bartender. So as my life progressed and changed, I changed along with it. And so after I became a bartender, here in Nevada, in the casino industry, as you age, those kind of careers are not appropriate. So then I went to school to become an esthetician, beauty makeup artist, and hairstylist. And so I owned a mobile beauty agency. And after that, I became image consulting for the executives here in the casino.
Wow, I think that that's so important to hear about, because oftentimes people think life is just a straight road. I've got school, maybe college, work, and then, you just kind of figure it out. But life has so many twists and turns, and you'll find yourself doing whatever odd job just to get by, and you got to have that hustle spirit. So that's awesome that you were able to do so much and have such a diverse background.
Yes, it was, because I think that as life progresses and then you realize, okay, well, you know what, I'm bored, or I don't like that, or I've reached my limit. As a cocktail waitress, the next stop was going to be a bartender, and then after the bartender is going to be being a manager, managing people, right? Managing the casino. And I didn't want to be in the casino business anymore. So then I looked up and I said, okay, well, I want to be healthy. I want my kids to be healthy. So I went to school and I said, I'm going to be an esthetician, because they get to work in the spa. They get to learn about, beauty and about, and then the hours were better. So then you got to look at your life and realize what is going to be good for you, for sure. So then I went to that school and I became an image consultant. And guess what? After that, I was like, I like it. But then I started to not like it so much, because in the beauty industry or in the fashion industry, they don't make that much money. It's more of a passion career. And so the money wasn't there. I was actually losing money being an esthetician. Wow. But after that, I was like, okay, so maybe I need to go to a better school, or, get a better career. And so then I became an agent, insurance agent, and which was a better career for me. And so I helped a team of insurance and brokers here in Nevada. The broker had 2,800 agents. So I was their director of sales and marketing. So then I went into the sales and marketing part of it, and not so much of the insurance, but it's very important to have your insurance, your investments, all that together, your financial planning, right? And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about business and how to manage your business and how to manage a team. And so then I actually went into the Nevada Hispanic Business Group because they started 2015, and so I was their first member. I found them and I said, okay, well, I need better friends. You know, I need better mentors. I wasn't a business owner, so I said, well, I need to hang around with other people that will help me with my small business. So then that's how I found Nevada Hispanic Business Group.
Wow, that's really, really inspiring. I think that, like you said, it's important to surround yourself around people that you want to be like, that you will motivate you, that will push you into that next step. And I feel like that has definitely been something that has helped you through Nevada Hispanic Business Group.
Yes.
I think it's so cool how you've done so many things in so many different industries. I can definitely see how you can pick apart a little bit of what you can get from each industry.
Yes.
Like taking care of your skin is so important, taking care of yourself, your hair, everything.
Yes.
I actually wanted to ask you how you got into the radio show,
Yeah, okay,
because
so
that's so interesting.
That is. So being part of the Nevada Hispanic Business Group, you get to meet other partners, affiliates, members, business owners, you get to meet them. So the media group, El Concilio de Nevada, media group here in Nevada, been around for 30 years, and he's had La Voz de Nevada, it's a radio station, and he's had that for 30 years here. It's important in Nevada, and so they became one of our affiliate partners, community partners, and so that's why I have my Latinas Triunfadoras show, and where we highlight business owners, Latina business owners, and our members. And then we highlight our community events and all our projects and training that we offer.
Is there anything in specific that you think might do better on the radio show? Actually, at school, I have a little Spanish podcast as well with a few friends. Yeah, and it's very, I think you have to put yourself out there, and sometimes it's a little hard to come up with what to talk about. Can you tell us a little bit more about maybe some?
So for my radio station, well, I have a lot of content because I have a lot of members. So in my group, I already have a lot of business owners. The only thing is it's mostly women, so Latina Triunfadoras, right? And we talk about our professional life, and we talk about our family life and how to balance it, and what inspires you. We talk about that. So in my group, all the Latina women, because it's a Spanish radio show, right? So I have to make sure that they speak Spanish.
Yes.
And so, or somebody in their business could come and be like a spokesperson for that. So that's how I come up with the content. I think every month I think about what's important for me when I first started my business, and that's what we talk about. So I talked about, okay, so I started my business as a image consultant, and so what did I need? Well, I needed mentors. So then when I started my show in February, that's what I talked about. Who were your mentors, And so then the following month I talked about, okay, so now that you have your mentors, what are you gonna do for your business, or who's gonna help your business? So then I said, well, financial planning will help your business. So then I found somebody, a lady, a financial planner, a broker to come, and so she's my guest. And that's how I'm able to, every month, because I have 4 guests on. So we talk about the same thing, but different perspectives. So then I'm learning from them, you guys are learning from them, the community is learning from them. And so I don't know, I think when I wake up, I already know the content that I want to talk about, because when I wake up, I meditate and I think about what's happening in my life, and I think about what could I improve in my life, and that sets the tone of what kind of content I'm going to create. Do you guys do that?
I feel like what kind of drives the content that we create here is exactly that. It's a passion for the community, a passion for youth, college students, all these different groups, because I think it's so important to understand the building blocks and the things that are in place that we are built on as young people, and to be in a position to give back to those communities or set up those different kinds of events. I mean, it's exhilarating, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys have the same feeling that the energy. It's an energy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a buzzword that you keep saying that I wanted to ask you about. It's the word mentorship. So if you have any words to speak on mentors in your life, because I also know that you work with kids as well. So just anything about what it means to be able to work with kids, mentorship in your life, and things like that.
Yes, it's very important to have a mentor, somebody that you inspire, somebody that drives you, somebody that tells you the truth about you. Because a mentor or well, first they're going to be your friends, right? And you're going to build relationships, then become your mentors. You want to go and have a mentor, like for instance, I wanted to have a business mentor. So those are the people that became my mentors. One of my mentors was Laura Nolan, which is the founder of Nevada Hispanic Business Group. So she's my mentor. When I looked at her, when I met her, how smart she was, how she came up with, okay, I'm going to start this group to help small business owners. And I said, what a great idea. I go, why did you start that? She said, because I don't want my kids to be employees. I want my kids to be business owners. So that's a different mindset. And I go, that is the mindset that I need to have. So I just being around her, she inspires me to become more. And so we've been friends ever since 2015. And so then she told me, well, I need you to lead my Nevada Hispanic Business Group as my executive director, because you know exactly what we're about, what we need, and you'll be able to put all those programs together or networking events to meet the people that will help and mentor the next generation of entrepreneurs like you guys.
Wow, and that's so funny because that touches me, like when somebody really believes in you. I mean, I have a special shout out to the tech queen herself, because she's somebody that has empowered me so much in my life. And she's like, hey, like, you want to do this podcast, here's a budget, go out, find the things and make it yourself. And that's literally where we are here. So to have somebody who really believes in you, I mean, that can make all the difference. And as well, I actually, so Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I am an acting teacher at a summer camp for my theater organization called Broadway in the Hood. So it's also great to be empowered there, thanks to Tori Russell, and be able to, teach those kids the same way I was taught, because I've been a member of that organization for 9 years. So when I was 12 years old, I was showing up to camp every day, going through the motions, and then now be able to teach them and do that. I mean, it's the best feeling, honestly.
It is. That is such a great feeling. And because of our children too, so you have to be a role model for your children. So then you become a mentor, because you want the next generation to be smarter than you. You want your children to be smarter than you, right? And you want to teach them to become mentors. So that's great. So she's teaching you to become mentors for others, for your next generation. And this is how we create a greater and smarter community here in Nevada, right?
Yeah, I think that's really amazing how you want to give so much back to the community here. I think that it speaks a lot about you, and I think that in general we can always like strive ourselves and we can succeed and everything, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not giving back to the people that gave so much to you. I also have mentors that have helped me get scholarships that have changed my life. I have being here at the Tech Queen Elite Training Institute. I feel like I also get so many things in return by investing my time, and I can just imagine how in the future I'm always going to think back at this time being here. It's amazing to be pushed in such a way. I actually wanted to ask you about the women in leadership. Why do you think it is important for there to be women in leadership?
Oh, we need women leadership because they lead their household first, right? Mm-hmm. They lead themselves, they lead their household, then they go and lead the world for the next generation. It's very important to be a leader. There's so many followers in this world, okay? And you're gonna stand out when you become a leader and you take a lead in your own life and you take a lead in your own career, just like you guys. Mm-hmm. This is so good because there's a lot of kids that don't even know where they're going. Like when they get out of high school, they have no direction or anything like that. I think this is such a great program. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm thinking, this is amazing because now I can see how my business owners could benefit with you guys here too, because that's exactly what we're teaching them. We're mentors with them. They have startup companies, and some of them don't know how to do all these digital things and podcasts or anything. And just being around you guys will be able to inspire them too. This is a great partnership. I'm telling you, I can see bigger things now. Thank you for having me. This is great.
Of course. And so for our last question today, I just want you to think back to little you. How do you think she would feel about where you are now and seeing everything you've done with your life?
Oh my God, you guys are like, I can't even, wow, that is a great question because, you know, I just like start, I'm like, what? Okay, actually that is a great question because I would be so happy for her, and I would be like, wow, you came a long way, and wow.
Well, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in to TQETI Live inside the Tech Queen Elite Training Institute. I've been Miel. This is...
I'm Grace Vasquez Rodriguez.
And a very special thank you to...
Dunia Antunez. Thank you so much for coming out, joining us here today. I hope you enjoyed us just as much as we enjoyed having you here.
Thank
Awesome.
You so
well,
much.
thank you guys.
You make me cry.
I was trying to catch it. I didn't want to say it, but I was trying to